everybody doing today? This is episode 4 of the Kalimba live stream. I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope you guys all had a good Easter. But hey, we're gonna keep doing this. It's tough, but we're gonna stick in there together. Just wanted to kind of let some people know here that we got a few special guests in the audience.
Doing today?
And if we'll introduce them here in a moment, but some just kind of housekeeping things. We're going to do something new at the end of the show today. Is we're going to do a after show. And so for those of you who have subscribed to our website, we're going to actually do an after show and do some kind of special things that we haven't done before. Q&A, direct Q&A with the people on the call today, alumni of Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's pretty neat. I'm going to show you guys real quick how to do that. If you hadn't seen it, I'm going to present my screen right now. Just so you all can see it. And so you should all see that now, my screen. You want to make sure you go to our website, www.kalimbaband.com or Kalimba, the Spirit of Earth, Wind, and Fire.com. And you're going to want to click, you want to go ahead and click the Kalimba VIP fans. And if you haven't subscribed already, you want to make sure and subscribe to our website. And when you do so, you'll see the live stream here going on, and you can contact us and chat with us. But that's only going to be available for members only after the show. Okay. So sorry for the echoing there. It happens from time to time. We're learning stuff as we go here. So if whoever's we got an echo going on, Alex. So for those. If you hear it, we apologize here. But anyways, let's get on to the fun stuff here. I'm going to introduce Earth, Wind, and Fire alumni here, Mr. Sheldon Reynolds and Mr. David Romero. How are you guys doing today?
Hello.
Hello, everybody. David Romero here, former percussionist with Earth, Wind, and Fire for 7 years. It is so happy to be here with you today. There's my buddy Sheldon. What's going on, Sheldon?
Hey man, I got my guitar. I'm ready to make a groove. When we gonna rehearse?
Let's go. What's up, Chaz?
Hey man, good to see you, bud.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me when I was able to play with you guys. That was a lot of fun.
Hey man,
a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next one.
I know it.
Chris, Alex, yeah, man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate having both you guys on there. And so what we're going to do here real quick here is we're going to play a song for you folks, and then we're going to get a chance to talk to these amazing gentlemen that have had many years with the mighty Earth, Wind, and Fire. And so we hope you enjoy this one. We put this one together for you this week. Enjoy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's one of our favorite songs to do. I want to do a couple shout outs. We see some people talking to us here on Facebook and other social media platforms. Hey Jane, how you doing? Hey Lydia, thank you for watching us. Hey Julie, all the way in Texas, how you doing? Nina, hey, Sheldon says hi back, and everyone, we really appreciate you guys watching this and trying to and help and support us. And while you're watching it, please share it with all of your friends and family. I mean, we're trying to grow and we're trying to create something, bring some joy to your households during this trying time. I don't know about you guys. It's been sunny all week, and today it was raining here in Seattle. So
Mm.
it is what it is, but it is Washington, as they say. But it's also oftentimes beautiful. But we can't wait to get back in the public and play for you guys. We really can't. But when we cannot, we're going to do this, and we're going to try and continue to grow and bring more of these great things to you. So we do appreciate your support during this whole time. We can't do this without your support and your help. But enough about that. Let's get to the fun stuff here. So as you know, before we have EWF alumni Sheldon Reynolds and David Romero. And I'd like to kind of bring Chaz in the mix and, just kind of, talk about some of the experiences we've had with them so far, and how we've been able to learn. And Chaz, I know specifically you've had a lot. I mean, all of us have had time to speak to both of these gentlemen, but at the same time, I know you spent a lot of time with them on the phone prior to shows, picking their brains, things like that. Is that true? Is that correct?
Well, yeah, indeed. It's always nice to talk to these guys. I mean, I was able to sit down with Shelton on a couple occasions, and he would just tell us stories, man, on how some of their shows went, and things that they went through, and kind of set us at ease a little bit, because some of the things that we go through, he's seen it already, and he shared those experiences with me, and it's been a great run, man, playing with that guy and learning from him, and
I deny all charges.
yeah, and it's those guys have always been classy, man, and between David and Sheldon, though, they just they're just classy folks, and always been a class act to me, and I really hope that we're doing a great job, doing some of that stuff, man, and trying to keep it going and keep it pushing. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always a pleasure.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
why I got the.
So, what are your guys' thoughts about? I mean, I know you guys were done many, many, many amazing things, but how do you think we're doing? Continuing the legacy of Maurice and trying to deliver this music to the masses.
David first or me?
Go ahead, Sheldon.
Oh my God. This is the most honorable situation that I've been in since I left Earth, Wind, and Fire, and it's definitely the most dedicated to the spirit of the group, and that to me is what makes the difference, is that spirit. Because what made it so famous in the first place was that they believed what they were playing meant something at the time, and it was not just Hollywood, and here's another fly by night band trying to make it and make a bunch of money, and big egos and all that kind of stuff. It was something where they actually believed in what they were doing, and that's what Larry used to tell me all the time. They actually believed it, and that just made it stand out, and being unafraid to be different.
I never heard anything bad in the press or seen anything, or as I was listening to you guys, nothing, never negative.
Well, Maurice used to say that, at least to me, I know he used to say it to me all the time. He used to say, if you lose your mystique, you've lost everything. So keep your nonsense to yourself, and and try to live an honorable life as best you can. We all make mistakes and do some dumb things, but it's just a matter of keeping that mystique and not just keeping all your garbage out in the street is to the point where it overtakes your talent.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was a great thing you guys did there. Great. Yeah.
And dilute with those sticks at us if we did something wrong.
You know what was funny for me last year? Last year is like I became the percussionist for the tribute bands. I played with 3 different Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute bands last year.
Wow.
With you guys, with Tyreek's
Uh-huh.
Serpentine Fire, and with Richard Smith, former guitar player for Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Wow.
He had another thing that I played with. And what I really enjoyed about you guys was with Earth, Wind, and Fire, they've got so many hits that they tried to get as many as they could in a show. So they didn't do whole songs. They would do portions of songs. So when I played with you guys did verses that I never played before.
Right.
So I was like, oh snap, what do I play here? I mean, I was able to figure it out, obviously, but it was really cool and refreshing to be able to play the entire song, which is really cool. And of course, your professionalism, your musicianship, and your attitude on stage was always a pleasure to be around. Chaz, your smiles, your enthusiasm on stage is infectious, and the band sounded great. And yeah, man, you guys are definitely killing. Absolutely, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And people have asked. We've had other musicians say, "Man, we should shorten this song up, or we should not do this or not do that." And I'm like, I used to listen to the whole songs. I mean,
Right.
the whole thing, and I'm like, no, man, we got to play this, man. This, So I'm glad that you made that a point, because I'm really, I like to play the whole thing, and it's going to be somebody's song, and they're going to remember it like they heard it on that record. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't please everyone, right? There's just, I mean, when I book the show all the time, I hear, can you do all these songs? I go, well, we're not doing a 4-hour concert. I mean, there's so many hits that EWF had that you can only do so much. I mean, we could play one verse of each, but then where's the fun in that? And, our goal is to bring joy to everyone. And sometimes it's, well, you didn't play that song. Well, we played every other song. I mean, there's only so many you can do in one night, and that's why.
Otherwise you end up saying, you're gonna make breakfast for us.
Yeah. Take bacon, eggs, and sausage. Thank you very much.
Right.
So, but that's great. We've been honored to. I speak for everyone in the group. We've been honored to have you guys in our lives as far as teaching us how to do things and how to bring certain elements that you only get from being near those guys and knowing them as well as you guys have. I'd like to kind of segue to the performance, actually, David, that you were referencing when you got to play with us. I think we aired this on our first episode, but being that we had you on the show today, we thought it was only fitting to bring it back. And it's just, just having you on that stage and seeing your professionalism and just seeing everything you brought to the table, it was fun. It was a blast. I mean, we hope to come back down there after this is all done to bring the show back down there and add some new elements that we've been working on during this whole time.
Absolutely.
But we'll go ahead and segue, if that's okay with you guys, to a little bit of to the performance we'd had, and please enjoy.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, they're looking good, y'all. Right on. Oh, yeah. Kalimba, give him 6. Hey. This man played over 7 years with the Earth, Wind, and Fire. Would you please help us welcome him on the stage with us tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, on percussions, Mr. David Romero. David Romero, y'all. Give it up. Oh. Right on. You know what you are, Kalimba. Let's get out of here. Do you know what you are? You are shining stars. You are, and you are. We're all shining stars. Right on. Clap your hands. Say what? Say what? Come on. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Look here. When you wish upon a star, could you drink and take it very far? Okay. When you wish upon a dream, baby. 'Cause life ain't always what it seems, oh yeah.
What you see your night so clear, and the sky so pretty.
They know the song. Everybody.
You're a shining star.
Say what?
No matter who you are, shine bright to see it. You can truly be.
Oh yeah.
You're a shining star.
Oh yeah.
No matter who you are, shine bright to see it. What you can truly be. What you can truly be.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shining star come into view. Oh yeah, I see you over there.
Shine as watchful light on you.
Yeah. Give strength to carry on, baby. Oh, make your body. Hey, Derek, take me back to Oakland, California. Come on. On a man child of the sun. Ha. Woo! So my work had just begun. Oh, yeah. I thought I had to stand alone, baby. 'Cause that's it now. I got my own. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Eddie. Hey.
When you find yourself in me, why don't you listen to these words, please?
Be a giant grain of sand. Yeah, yeah. Words of wisdom, yes I can. Put your hands together and you sing the song. You are. Yes, you are. Oh,
Shine bright to see.
oh yeah.
You can truly be. You're a shining star. No matter who you are, shining bright to see.
What you can truly be.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. We had a blast doing that show, and we hope we can do more, like I said. And but I want to we had a couple people comment while we were watching, while you guys were watching that. Hey, what's going on, Zach HS? Zach Fox says, what's going on? It's Big Z. Let's see here. Hey,
What's up,
Liz.
Zach?
Hey, Liz. Yeah, we'd love to come back to Colorado if with COVID-19 permitting. I guess is the new thing. COVID-19 permitting.
We're there in spirit.
Hey, you guys remember when we went up to Colorado? We had to go all the way up.
That tram.
Yeah, all the way up on that mountain, and it was so hard to breathe up there. That was a tough one.
I couldn't breathe going up. I was coming down.
That was a tough one. Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. My apologies if I say this wrong, but Shalini says, thank you for, we love hearing the entire songs, not just a few verses. So thank you. So we're not the only ones, Chaz, that think it. So that's good. Let's see here. Amanda,
That's what I said.
doing? And then Lorraine, how you doing up in Canada, our Canadian friends? And we got Amanda, sounds amazing. Here's my son. He just decided to walk in. This is live TV. Of course, he's not wearing a shirt, but anyway.
Little Red.
Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera, buddy.
No, get you.
Okay. Well.
Hey, buddy.
Okay.
I want to watch Ryan.
No, okay, but we'll watch Ryan after we're done with the show, buddy. But anyways, buddy, Daddy's on TV right now. Okay, you want to say hi to everybody? Say wave. You want to wave?
Hey, Lewis.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye. You want to go? I'll put it on when Daddy's done, okay? Deal? Deal? Or do you want to sit here and wait?
Oh,
The
yeah.
decisiveness of a 4-year-old. Okay. You want to color me a picture while we do this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll move you over here. Okay. So anyway, so now that we're back, Sheldon, one of the things we've had the opportunity to do is actually to record music, and we love doing it. And we got a chance to record a song that you co-wrote, "Rhythm of Love," and I'd love to have Chaz and you talk about that, the process, and all that, how it came about.
The song was too hard. It just was too hard to play, man. But it was, when I first heard it, I was like, man, this, that just, it was so brilliantly done, and then I maybe even listen to Shelton stuff even more, and but yeah, you guys really did a great job on that one, Shelton, and it feels good every time we do it, and it kind of even chokes me up a little bit sometimes, man, because it has such a great meaning to it, and
Hey man, especially in today's world where we're at right now, I mean, it really touches the heart, and that's what it was all about in the first place. And you
yeah.
guys took it and made it really special. I mean, I take my hat off to you. I would, but my hair ain't combed right now. But
Well, all
I appreciate it, and it was a match made in heaven. You know what I mean? It was really cool.
yeah, wonderful groove on it, man, and the fans, they really jam on it with us when we get to play it, and feels good, man. Hey, you did it again. I'm not surprised though.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. And that's actually like all you guys, all the songs that you pretty much, played through all your Earth, Wind, and Fire days, man. All those songs, man, feel good, and they, boy, if you got something heavy on your heart, boy, you hit one of them songs, it might break you down.
Right.
Tears might start rolling on you. So, but
everything is like a circle. The world is a round ball, and the sun, everything is like a circle, and it just comes around. Whatever you have, eventually it comes back around again, and it touches the heart the same way it did the first time.
That's true.
Because it's real.
That's very true. Very
Yes,
true.
sir.
David, how did you hook up with Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Wait. Somebody is telling me somebody is saying, Chaz, you are sexy as ever. Lord have mercy.
Of course.
Somebody's named Jackie. I can't even pronounce the last name. How did I get her? Earth, Wind, and Fire held auditions.
Wow.
In the summer. Yeah, in the summer of 1994. Earth, Wind, and Fire held some auditions. They actually called my friend Ron Powell, but he was busy with Kenny G. And so he said, well, I've got a friend that's available. And they said, well, if you can get here by Thursday, 1 p.m., you can audition. So I auditioned. About 5 other guys auditioned. And Thursday went by. Friday went by, I heard nothing. Saturday went by, I heard nothing. I'm like, damn, come on now. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire. I need this gig. And by Monday, I got tired of waiting. So I called their office. And I said, yeah, this is David Romero. I auditioned for Earth, Wind, and Fire last Thursday. I was curious to know, have they made a decision? And I can't remember the woman's name. She said, hang on one second. She puts me on hold, comes back and says, okay, I've got Philip on the other line. He says, you can have the gig if you want it. I said, well, let me see if I can clear my schedule. Yeah, okay, yes, absolutely.
Wow.
So yeah, then there I was for 7 years.
Where were the auditions?
At Center Staging in Burbank, California.
Were you down in Vegas at the time still, or?
No, I was still living in LA. I lived in LA for 28 years, so I was there already, doing a lot of Latin jazz projects. I was with Pancho Sanchez for 7 years and doing a lot of Latin jazz and salsa gigs and some R&B stuff. But when this call came, of course, I cleared out my schedule, said, oh, come on now. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the same, coincidentally, it was the same week I was doing the Lion King parade at Disneyland with a bunch of other percussionists. And overhead flew some helicopters. And jokingly, I said, hey, they're chasing OJ.
Ah.
No sooner do I finish saying that when my phone rings and it's my wife. She says, "Are you guys anywhere in the TV?" I go, "No, why?" He goes, "They're chasing OJ's headed for the border." And I said, "What a trip. I just finished saying that." And there they are. And that day I was supposed to keep quiet. I wasn't supposed to say anything about the gig yet. But in my mind, I'm saying, "Oh man, I'm going to be out of this gig, this Disneyland gig for a minute because I got to go on the road with Earth, Wind, and Fire." So
Wow.
Sure enough, man, yeah, and it was just a coincidence that those two things happened at the same time. Not that one has anything to do with the other, but yeah, when Philip gave the okay for me to come do the gig, and it was great. I remember walking into the room there. It was Ralph, Verdine, and Philip, and that was it. And they started playing a Latin. Ferdinand started playing a Latin tumbao bass line, and I was like, I've been playing Latin music all my life. This is going to be a piece of cake, really? That's what you want to play? Let's do it. So I played straight ahead tumbao, and they gave me a little bit of a solo. Philip was like, "Yeah, whatever you know, you're going to have to teach me." I go, "I get this gig. I'll teach you whatever you want."
Wow.
So yeah, so that was a lot of fun.
Wow.
I remember, I know the other guys that auditioned. One of them teases me to this day. Jackie Bertone, who's a great percussionist, who has got a hell of a resume. He's always teasing me, say, "Yeah, man, you got my gig. That was my gig. I was supposed to have that gig."
Wow.
Funny, crazy.
Wow. Great. Hey, Sheldon, how did you come up with some of those? Like who came up with like the stage plots, the stage layouts, and all that kind of stuff? Was that like everybody talked about it or something, or somebody had that in their mind? I don't know.
That would have kind of been more Maurice and the stage planners. That we had a this first tour. We had a crew of 70 people.
Oh man!
So half of the people that was doing stuff, I didn't even know what they did. I was like, I just knew I knew them because I see them every day.
Wow.
And I mean, there was a calculated vision, you know, from Maurice and several people, you know, who did the stage plotting, and they worked with them for years, and you know, came in and said, you know, we want Sheldon to jump out the ceiling. And I was like, no, you don't want me to do that.
It amazed me that the stages were always so clean and so nice, and everything had a spot, and it was, you know, nothing was off kilter, man. And you know, sometimes the guys get on me a little bit. "Oh, Chaz, you know, it don't have to be that quite like that." But yeah, man, it got to be clean and it got to be perfect. You know,
there was a point where you were free to entertain, as I call it. You know, to let go and be natural. Then there was a point where you had pivot points where you meet at certain points, and you do, you know, some dance stuff together, and other things you just let go. And the key was not to make it look Hollywood, you know, look fake. You know, you don't want that, because that wasn't what we all as fans loved about them. We loved that natural thing that they did.
I agree.
Berdine being the energy, we could be on the road and be tired and be like, we done 3 or 4 gigs in a row, and we'd be wore out and flying all over the place, and Berdine would come up and, "All right, let's go, here we go, let's go." And he had the energy, you know, on nights when we didn't, you know, he just didn't feel like playing, and he'd wake you up, you know.
That man is something else.
Yeah, he's the consummate entertainer. I mean, the best.
Pretty amazing stuff, man.
Amazing.
Yeah. Well, let's give the folks a little bit more music, shall we? Let's go ahead. We've got a live performance of us doing the "Rhythm of Love," which was co-written by Sheldon and us. And so let's see if you folks enjoy it, and we'll be back here in a few minutes.
Everybody sit down, put your hands together like this. Let's talk about love. Come on. life and love. You're gonna trip and you gon' struggle. But keep your head to the sky, keep it real and keep it humble. And the light shining bright from above, manifesting to the spirit of love. There's a light shining down, a glow so beautiful. There are reasons every season, in time is simplified. In the sky, a brighter sun, you will ride what can be done. In days of joy and pain. Singing in the rhythm of love, singing in the rhythm of time, singing in the rhythm of love, of my life. Singing in the rhythm of love, singing in the rhythm of time, singing in the rhythm of love, of my life. Singing in the rhythm of love, singing in the rhythm of time, singing in the rhythm of love, of my life. Singing in the rhythm of love, singing in the rhythm of time, singing in the rhythm of love, of my life. Singing in the rhythm of love, singing in the rhythm of time, singing in the rhythm of love, of my Oh yeah, go on. Kalimba, tell 'em. That's why we sing. Singing in the rhythm of love. Ooh, baby. Everybody clap your hands. That's why we sing. Oh yeah, yeah. Singing in the rhythm of love. Come on. Singing in the rhythm of love. Woo! We're singing in the rhythm of time. Yeah. Oh, looking good. Oh, come on. Oh. Good Lord. Hey, looking good as a choir. Singing in the rhythm of love. Hey, right on. Kalimba, turn it around. Everybody in the house, come on, rock out with us. Singing in the rhythm of love. Hey, oh. Woo! Come on. Oh, you're looking good out there. Everybody put your hand up. Kalimba, turn it around. Walter, everybody, wave your hands in the air like this. Oh. Woo! Woo! Oh, yeah. Singing in the rhythm of love. Kalimba, I'm through. Get out of here.
Well, that's Rhythm of Love, and we love it. We love doing it. We love performing it. It's just got a lot of soul, got a lot of energy, and we thank Sheldon for allowing us to do that.
Thank you,
Um,
man.
we appreciate that. And so, what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna share some stuff with everyone again. We've got more music, believe it or not, so I'm not gonna leave you hanging here. But I want to do some how again. Remind folks that after this show, we're gonna actually have in-depth Q&A where you can ask Sheldon and you can ask David questions directly through our after show. And so, in order to do that, again, you do need to subscribe on our website. And the subscription is $5 a month. It's as much as a cup of coffee. At least in Washington, that's a cup of coffee. I don't know where it is, what the price is in California or back east. But in Washington, that's a good cup of coffee around here. And so what we're trying to do is just trying to continue to do what we're doing, trying to deliver great quality entertainment during this trying time. I'm going to go ahead and again present the screen again. Really want you guys to go to if you go to our website at Kalimba Band, kalimbaband.com. And you see here at the Kalimba VIP fan page. Once you click that, if you've already subscribed, you will know what's going on there. But if you have not subscribed, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see VIP member site. You need to subscribe now to gain access. You're going to put your name, et cetera, and continue. $5 a month will give you access to live streams. After we're back touring again, we're going to be doing live streams of the concerts that we're performing at as well. So this way you can see us while not having to go. Like if we're in California at a big concert venue, we got a couple state fairs, hopefully, knock on wood, it still happens. I mean, we're all hoping. You can watch us at those shows. We're trying to give you a better experience for supporting us. And so you can continue, follow the steps to do that. And again, we appreciate your generosity with that. In addition to being able to do that, I want to show you guys some additional kind of things on our website as far as our store. We have a lot of new merchandise on our store right now, and it's pretty neat that what we got going on. We actually have new apparel, new T-shirts, things of that nature. If you are a member, you get $2.50 off every single piece of merchandise we have. So we got a bunch of new looks, and we hope that you could be gracious enough and help us during this time. All that revenue does help do what we need to do to make things happen right now. What I'd also like to do is the shout outs that I've been seeing a whole bunch of people making comments here. And so I'd like to shout out to those folks and thank them here. Let's see here. We've got Patricia. We appreciate that. Jackie, we're actually, when do you think you guys will be back? I mean, when they tell us we can go. It's just we're kind of stuck right now. In addition to that, come back to Nashville. We'd love to come back to Nashville. And I guess I just was noticing, I thought on the live stream it was actually doing the screen share. It didn't look like it was going through. So my apologies, folks. If you didn't see that, if you have questions, write us a comment on Facebook here, and we'll get you connected that way. Let's see here. Tony, what's going on, Tony? Yeah, you go. Yeah, Raider fans. Yeah, you love that. Just kidding. How you doing, Tony? Irene, I'm from Los Angeles. My sister lives in Seattle. We went to see her. We appreciate you doing that. Ken says, hey, Thomas, you're still doing your thing. Yes, appreciate that. Marilyn, can't wait to see you guys. Yeah, we can't wait to be back out. Hey, Greg, thanks for joining. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Yeah, so we appreciate it. Appreciate everyone's support during this time. And so we're going to leave you with one more, and we'll be back to say a few more words with the guys before we go. And yes, Paula, I am a Coug. So yes, I am representing Washington State University. Go Cougs. All my Coug fans out there, stay strong. We're going to get through this together. But we got one more for you, and we'll be back. Hope you enjoy. All right, everyone. So I think there may have been a little confusion. We didn't have the screen showing up correctly before, but let's go ahead and real quick again remind folks you can go to Kalimba on our website, Kalimba VIP fan page, and then when you scroll down, subscribe now, and then by doing that, this is what it looks like. It'll ask you for your name, first and last, email address, password, and then you continue and you subscribe. It'll take you to the card company website that we use. But you go ahead and subscribe to that. We got a couple more things we're gonna go over, just a little Q&A beforehand before we end the show, and then do the after show, which we'll get the nitty gritty, and you can get the chance to actually speak directly, ask questions directly to these guys. And so it's hopefully it all works for everyone. If you got questions, feel free to ask us. We'll be here to we'll do our best. We're all in this together, as they say. So hopefully you just see me now and not the screen. So yeah, it looks like we're all set. Okay, good. So so yeah, I mean, during that little break when the song was playing, we hope you enjoy And Love Goes On. It's a really great song, and we love playing it. David had a question for us. David, what was that question you had?
Yeah, I was curious how Kalimba came to be. How did you guys get the gig? Did
Where
you
y'all come from?
audition? Where did y'all come from? Who let y'all out the cage?
Right. Out of quarantine.
Chaz, you take that. You're on mute, Chaz. Can't hear you, Chaz.
How about now? We good?
We're good now. Yeah.
All right. So I guess you know, just growing up playing music and always playing top 40 and stuff like that, and kind of got tired of that, trying to keep up with the Joneses and stuff. And I was like, man, I want to do a tribute to Earth, Wind, and Fire. That music has always touched me and felt good to me. So I just started putting that music together, man. And then actually I started it when I was down in Las Vegas, living down there. And then when I moved up here to Seattle area, I kept on getting the music together and was able to go out and see some of these guys out playing and ask them, start asking around, hey man, you interested in maybe trying this and doing this? And, got a rehearsal spot together and really didn't have to hold auditions, man, because I went and picked out and, sought out the guys that, I thought were really good and, can handle it and play it and stuff. And just from there, man, it just kept snowballing. And
So are you saying you guys started here in Vegas?
I started with the idea down in Vegas when I lived there. I started, laying the music and stuff down. And
You remember what year?
oh man,
It better not be while I was here.
it probably was.
Oh man.
But no, this has to be about 12 years ago.
I was here.
Were you there?
Yeah, I moved here in 2002.
Yeah. So I had started, because I used to play with Tyreek down there a little bit, and band called Showtime down there, and I had my own band down there called Chaz. We do all the casinos and what have you.
Oh wow.
But yeah, just started putting the music down, man, and how I wanted to hear it and how I felt it, and and man.
But none of the guys in the band live here currently. So you guys all live up in the Seattle area, don't you?
Yeah. Only one that still every now and then comes out with us is Tyreek sometimes, and of
Right.
course down there doing his thing.
So the current members are not the guys that started with you here in Vegas, though.
No, I didn't have it together in Vegas.
Okay.
I didn't have a band to do it in Vegas. Before I moved out of there, I was just getting the music and everything together. So
I see.
when I got up here, I had most of the music now to do a show and this and that. So now it's time to really start getting the guys together and rehearsing them and trying to line it up. So
And like, where did you meet Chris? How did you meet Chris?
I had to go to the homeless shelter to get him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Their handouts.
No,
actually, you did Craigslist, man. It was a Craigslist ad.
it was a crazy. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. So like, it was funny because it was
This
actually
is
the
a
other way
great story,
around.
man.
He didn't find me. I found them. And what was funny about it is my wife and I we had just gotten married in August of the year. It was in 2011, and then it's amazing how time flies. But we got married in 2011, and I was with another group. I was with a group of kind of a rock, kind of soul rock group that we were part of from college. So my college friends we did it, and we did that for about 3 years. And at the end of it, I was just my wife says, because we were always rehearsing up in Seattle and doing the drive and doing weird hour rehearsals and stuff like that. And it was the bar gig where you'd play from 10 to midnight or 10 to 1, and you'd make $12.85 or whatever. It was a really bad door split and whatnot. And so my wife goes, "You need to find something around here." And we were living in Northeast Tacoma, just 5 miles from where we live now. And what was funny about that is the band was rehearsing in Federal Way. So they did a post on Craigslist saying, "Hey, we're looking for a saxophone player for an Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute band. And we're rehearsing in Federal Way." And I responded to the ad, and I came to rehearsal, and I played the charts one time. And then he ended up, Chaz says, "Hey, you want to play this gig next weekend?" And I was like, "Yeah." And that's the start of it. And it's been going on ever since. So
Was that pretty much the same thing with all the guys in the band through Craigslist?
Not not all of them. Well, a guy named Gary Tobin used to play guitar for us. I think I probably met him probably from an ad that was out. But like Michael Cole, the guitar player now, I've seen him. He played with Darren Matamity over at the Muckleshoot Casino, and so I went to hear him, and then word of mouth kind of got around, Walter Finch. We were looking for another guitar player who's with us now. He used to come by, and he knew Michael, so he'd come by, and he really fell into things. But no, a couple guys got from the ads. Other than that, word of mouth and hearing that we were out there, man, and
Very cool.
yeah, man, yeah, and gave us a chance to meet folks like you and Sheldon, man. Hey, that's right.
God works in mysterious ways.
Oh man,
Amen.
yes indeed, yes indeed. Yeah, so we're very blessed, man, to even be able to been doing it this long, and I think it makes people happy.
Oh, absolutely. The music itself, but then the fact that you're doing it in such a great way. Tariq's got a great project. I really have liked working with him. Richard, the music, I mean, yeah, you can mess up. I always, Earth, Wind, and Fire is always to me one of those bands that it's risky when you try to do a tribute to those type of bands because they're so iconic.
Yes.
So when you do it right, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you guys are doing it right.
We appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And if I could add on the stuff that, it's really funny because we have a history of, 2 decades of Earth, Wind, and Fire on with us today. Both you and Sheldon you'd start from Sheldon's starting point to your ending point. It's over 20 years or close to it, I think. Right. So it's like, as long as you were a member, you're always a member. And I think we talked about this on our show last week with Kalimba, the former members, current members of Kalimba. We're all a big family. And I had to step away for a second because I got little kids doing stuff. But I didn't know if Chaz mentioned it, but it's like we talked about last week, the evolution of our members. We've had a bunch. And as you saw in the videos that we played. So we just hope to continue that. And we're lucky to play with great musicians like yourself. And then also other musicians contact us and want to do projects with us. I think it's great. We just want to continue the legacy and have a great time while we do it. So,
Amen.
But let's leave these folks with a couple final words here because it's looking like we're wrapping up this hour today. I think I said, David, go ahead. Why don't you leave these fine folks with a couple parting words before we come back to our after show?
Everyone listening, watching, reading, commenting, I just want to say what a pleasure it was to be invited here today. And what a great time I had playing with Kalimba, the Spirit of Earth, Wind, and Fire. I look forward to working with them again, as the guys are great players, their personality. Chaz, sexiest man alive. What can I say? Chris, well, okay, well, we'll have lunch.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
The fact that I get to see my boy Sheldon again, whose voice I've always loved, and his guitar
Yes.
skills, his spirit, his mom was a dear, dear friend of ours. God rest her soul. Kalimba, you guys are doing a great job. My hat's off to you. Please call me whenever you need somebody else to come in and do some banging. God bless you all and all the fans. Follow these people. Keep them alive. God bless you all. Stay safe.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. Go ahead, Sheldon.
Kalimba, 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 Kalimba. I personally want to thank you because you guys have reawakened my love for the sound of that group. I mean, sometimes we take it for granted when we do it so long. I was there for a long time, and you almost take it for granted for what we're doing, and you don't pay attention to the effect that you have on people until you're not there, and you get the word is we miss you or something like that. And when I started working with you guys, it was like it woke up that love I had for the group when I was a fan back in the day and in the band and after the band, and it just became like where I look forward to hanging out with you guys because you guys still had the love for it like we did when me and Daoud and Sonny and all the guys came in as the new guys. We loved it like it was like the first love, and that is something I really thank you all for more than anything.
Big man, we appreciate you.
Chaz, why don't you leave him with some parting words?
Well, everybody, first of all, stay safe. Take care of each other. I want to thank David and Sheldon for even agreeing to even play music with us. It's always a great lesson to learn from guys like that. And to everybody out there that's listening today and listen to what we're doing, we appreciate you, and we hope that we bring you some good vibes. And we're gonna keep it moving as long as God is willing and let us do it. So thank you, everybody.
And I echo that as well. I mean, we just appreciate your guys' support. So thank you so much for participating and enjoying this fourth live stream episode we've got going on. So again, as a reminder for those that would like to, we're gonna stay on. We're gonna ask these guys some more in-depth questions, and hopefully you guys can be a part of it. Please go to our website, www.kalimbaband.com. Go to the VIP fan section, subscribe for $5 a month. We're going to do this every week, and we're going to start providing more and more just fun and entertainment here. Again, you need to subscribe if you want to do the question and answer session directly with Sheldon and David. But we're going to leave you guys today. We appreciate you watching. Hope to see you next week, and please share with everyone. Again, special shout outs to all the folks that were watching, especially the behind the scenes gentleman, Mr. Alexander Donahue.
Alex,
He's been putting all this together. I mean, we can't do this without him. He's the man behind the black screen, and we really appreciate everything that he's done. We cannot do it without him. And also, if you've got friends out there that didn't get a chance to watch this live, we are doing a 7:30 restream of this broadcast. So make sure and share that with everyone. And we'll be back next week. And if we're going to take a 5-minute break, and then we're going to restream on our website. So if you guys go log in now on our website, you'll see us here in about 5 minutes. Have a good one. Thank you.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you.